Hello, happy Monday. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and today we want to talk about why mindset is essential in business. It says that a positive growth oriented mindset is the foundation of success in any business. In our business model, our success lies in 80% of our mindset because this is a business that has been built to succeed. And if you're coming without the right mindset, then it kind of detracts you, it kind of pulls you back from what you're supposed to achieve, the potentials in the business. Okay. For professionals in a diaspora navigating through digital business, it is important that we consider these 3 points that I'm about to make. The first point is believing in oneself. The power of self confidence is one of the biggest challenges in our diaspora professionals we face in digital business is self doubt. Sometimes you're wondering whether people will believe in you. Sometimes you're wondering whether what you're saying people are understanding you. Issue of accent and issue of location, racial differences. But many struggle with that syndrome for a long time. And it's imperative, and as you're questioning your ability due to cultural barriers or lack of local network, and it's good that you remember that those who adopt a mindset of self-belief push through these limitations. Okay. Consider a digital marketing consultant from an Africa or any other country who moves abroad and start an online agency or digital business. They might feel that they're out of place in a foreign market, in a foreign network. And then, but believing in their skills and expertise, they will build credibility, attract clients, and grow their brand. As Oprah Winfrey wisely said, you become what you believe. Okay. Confidence is the first step towards making a mark in the digital space. Just like in any other thing, even in job, you have to believe in what you're able to do. You have to believe in yourself and be able to deliver. Because if you adapt yourself, even when you're doing the right thing, it kind of shows in your tone of voice. It shows in how you approach the job or your digital business, and you will not be able to maximize your potentials. Second point is staying focused. In business, for business to, as a business person, for you to be able to make it, it's good that you adopt discipline and persistent efforts to succeed. So it requires unwavering focus, which means you itemize what you need to do, you go for it. Do not allow side things to distract you. The online world is filled with distraction, and for diaspora entrepreneurs, um, even when you log in your Facebook, you see other things that you didn't intend to come and see, but your ability to just come and do your business is the key, and it helps you stay focused. It helps you to achieve success. There are other challenges like adapting to new cultures and time zones, and also these can make people to derail. A growth mindset helps one to stay committed to their vision despite obstacles. Assuming you are an African software developer, you're launching an app in a competitive global market. Instead of being overwhelmed by the competition, you can stay focused on refining your product. Understanding your niche and staying focused in what you're doing is very important. Over time, your dedication pays off. As Steve Jobs says, I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneur from the non-successful ones is just pure perseverance. Sometimes when things gets tough. They say the tough gets going. Tough times do not last, but tough people do. Staying focused ensures that digital entrepreneurs do not give up before their breakthrough. Your breakthrough is always around the corner. And maybe when you want to give up is when your breakthrough is around the corner. And the third point is learning from setbacks, turning your failures into growth. Yesterday, I talked about turning your setbacks into comebacks. Okay. So, turning failures into growth, every entrepreneur encounters setbacks, but a growth mindset enables one to see failure as a learning opportunity rather than a defeat. This resilience is very crucial for professionals in diaspora who may be experiencing challenges such as visa restrictions, economic downturns, and discriminations. But in all of these, it's good we turn our setbacks into comebacks. It's good we turn our failures or challenges into learning opportunities because that leads to success. For instance, an African e-commerce entrepreneur in the UK may face initial struggles with logistics and customer trust. Instead of quitting, you need to analyze what went wrong and refine your strategy. You need to also improve your services. Maybe, for example, other people are not too quick to deliver, and if you incorporate that in your business, that can enable people to love your business, and then you to enable people to begin to patronize you. Or maybe the way you're humorous, the way you treat your customers, the way you talk, even as you see me talking, maybe smiling, it could be something that is making you to stand out among your peers. So if you find something that is unique in you that you can use to sell, that may be your breakthrough. So do not feel like, oh, everybody is doing this or the market is getting saturated. Just to let you know, digital world is still an area, according to reports and according to statistics, by the year 2030, it will be a multi-billion-dollar worth of investment, worth of business that anybody could venture in. So it's an area that has never, in fact, we're just scratching on the surface. What I mean is that it is not a saturated market yet. It is something revolving and it still has a long way to go so that people will not think, oh, it's saturated. I see a lot of people doing it. No. Think about 2.2 billion people in the Facebook. Think about how many billion or millions in LinkedIn. Think about how many people using TikTok. Think about how many people using Twitch and Thread and TikTok and Instagram. So that makes digital marketing the new oil well that you really want to explore. So knowing that thing that makes you stand out can be the thing that will bring your breakthrough. Some people, it could be their smile. Maybe when they come out to deliver or they come out to the smile in a way that makes people captivated, people happy. Those things can be a life-changing opportunity, okay? So eventually, businesses thrive because they embrace failure as a stepping stone. So, some people, instead of dwelling on failure or challenges, some people turn those challenges as something to step on. So, they turn their challenges to stepping stone. That makes a huge difference. And I want to tell you, if you're at job or anything like that, whatever you're doing, any challenge you get, turn it to a stepping stone and you'll see a difference. You see it works for me and I'm trying to share that with everybody. It makes a difference. Nelson Mandela tells us something very interesting. He says, I never lose. It's either I win or I learn. So even when he sees things that will make him feel like he was not going to make it, he sees those moments as opportunity of learning. And that opportunity of learning for him makes him to keep soaring high. So some people see it, oh, I have failed or I didn't make it. While others see it as opportunity for learning, which makes that growth process to keep increasing and moving in the direction it needs to go. This mindset shift is essential for long-term success. So in conclusion, mindset is everything in business. particularly for diaspora professionals navigating through digital entrepreneurship by believing in yourself, staying focused, and learning from setbacks. One can turn challenges into opportunities. Success is not merely about external circumstances, no, but about how one responds to them. As you embark on your digital business today, or your job, or your school, or whatever you're doing, I really enjoy you to develop this mindset. It will help you to go a long way. Remember that your mindset is the key that unlocks your full potential. Let me give you another instance. You see some people that will say, I see there's one of a lady in our business community. She's over 70 years old and she just started the business. You won't believe it. When we are in a meeting, she was asked to do something. For her to type was even a problem. That's to tell you. And she said, even to stand before the camera is always a huge challenge for her. And do you know what I love about that lady? She's getting old and she doesn't even know how to type. And she doesn't even know how to stand before the camera and have the confidence to speak to people, just like I'm speaking right now. But one thing I love about that woman was her mindset. In our business community, you as you keep, the longer you stay, you keep ranking up, and that's how your money keep going up. And a journey that took some people 6 months to get to a particular level took her almost 3 years to get to that level. And the day she was asked to come and share her story, everybody was crying. In fact, I was in tears. Do you know why I was in tears? She was just, oh my goodness. She was explaining how she would come out in the camera and she'd be shaking. Even her daughter would be encouraging her. So you see the difference. She knew she had a lot of obstacles or setbacks that would prevent her from achieving her success. But because she had the mindset that she wants to succeed, regardless of what is going on around her, that made her to succeed, even though it took her longer time, more than other people. So on that day, as she was giving her testimony, I couldn't help than to cry. Many people were so emotional that day because this is how this lady's mindset could make her achieve something. Like, think about it. Many people, when they are up to 70, you tell them to do something new, something that will benefit their generation. And this lady said she joined the business because she said she's a nurse. She was never there in the life of her children. She worked long hours. And at the end of the day, she would drive her kids to where they're having a basketball and she will sleep off in the car, only for her to go back to night shift again and work another 12 hours. So she says she will always be burnt out. She didn't have time for herself, nor for her children or her grandkids. This lady has grandkids. Think about it. Remember the name of just one person that if they were told to start something new at the age of 70, whether they will listen to you. Majority, in fact, up to 80% would tell you, oh, no, I'm old. I don't. But you know one thing? People that are not able to try new things or engage their brain, they get older faster. That's just the reality of life because you're shutting down everything and the brain is not being used and it gets older faster. That's why you see people, they are 80 and they are looking like 90 or 100 because they are not active, both mentally and physically. But those who continually engage themselves mentally and other, you see some people, they are up to 60, they go back to school. They're not going back to school because they need the degree for anything. They're going back to school to continue to engage their mentality. And that helps them to keep looking young, feeling young, and being more energetic instead of just going one corner and just go there and get old and maybe get fat and different diseases come and before you know it, they break down. So these people engage themselves, and that's the mindset we're talking about. I remember a story of a lady. She graduated from her fellow colleagues, but she was the oldest. My record, I think it was about 90 years old lady. She graduated and got a bachelor's degree. And guess what? The lecturer was moved by her mindset, the fact that she believed she could still do something new at the age of 90. And this lecturer would practically help her to pass her exams. And the students were moved with pity for her, and they would practically help her to do her assignments. That's how much people were moved to see what is inside this woman beyond the physical face of the age that looks old, but this woman has the heart and the mentality of a young person. and she believed she could still do it. So that even when they come to class, they will give her the preference. They want her to stay in front. They will ask if she needed help. But some people will help her write her notes. Some people will help her with the assignment. That's what mindset can help us to achieve. It can help us achieve things we think that are very impossible. It can help us to go beyond our physical limitations. This lady was giving us a testimony of how she reached a ranking in our digital business, a ranking that would take majority people 6 months to 1 year to get that particular ranking, and it comes with a huge sum of bonus anyway. So this lady was giving a testimony. It took her 3 years. The lady was close to 70 years old. She even told us how her daughter would actually come and help her do a live video. You see, she knew she had so many limitations. Even when you ask her to type something, if you see the way she's looking at the thing to type, but she never let her mind tell her that she had those limitations. She believed that where there is a will, there is a way. And no wonder the Bible says that we should continually renew our mind. Honestly, because everything we achieve in life, you see two people, one person is rich, another person is poor. Most times, the thing that made the person remain poor is not because they don't have the potentials to be rich. They don't have the potentials to make it. Most times, it is here. You will tell them something that needs to be done, and they think, oh, I don't think I can do it. But if you believe you can, then the next question will be, how do I figure out how to do it? You will notice that human being is fashioned in a way to keep prospering, to keep moving forward. They call it the law of inertia, the tendency to keep moving when you're already in motion, and the reluctancy to start moving when you're already at rest. That is called the law of inertia, and it plays out in almost everything we're doing. Right now, I'll go back to work maybe in 2 days, and I've been on vacation. As I'm about to go to work, you notice that reluctance to get up and begin to go. But when you already started the shift, maybe 1 day, 2 day, to complete the rest of the week's shift, you know you're already in the mood of working. It happens everywhere. Starting something new is very challenging. I tell you one thing, it's very that's where we have to really work on our mindset. Just tell yourself, I can do it. Pray about it. Tell the Lord, I want to do this. Give me the grace. Let me begin to do it. People that are doing, tell yourself, people that are doing this thing, they don't have two heads. And sometimes I ask myself, oh, I don't have the time to do this. But I now ask myself, people that have achieved things more than what I have achieved, they use the same 24 hours that I have to achieve those things. So if they could use 24 hours and it was enough for them to achieve things that I have never achieved, can't I ever sit down and ask myself question? Either that I'm not using my time in the right way, or I have not made up that mindset I'm talking about. I have not made up my mind for success. Because if people use 24 hours to achieve great things, and here I'm giving a excuse, I don't have the time. It's either I'm spending my time on things that do not favor me anymore, or I need to refocus my attention and my time in the things that matter. I do not wish to keep this broadcast long. I see some people are on, and you can type a message for me or let me know where you are watching from. Remember to like, share, and comment. I would like to read all your beautiful comments. Also, click on subscription button that you will go and subscribe to my channel. Also, my website is ROSEMaryANYANWU.com. Okay. If you have decided to reset your mindset and start that journey, that you will come back in this social media and thank Rosemary for bringing this broadcast your way. If you have decided to spend more quality time with your family, your loved ones, your children, they grow so fast. And once that time is gone, it will get to a point when even for you to hear their voice, it becomes hard because they are so busy. They have grown. They are doing their own thing. But now that they have your time, you need to cuddle them. You need to give them some love. You need to spend quality time with them. Do some indoor games with them, outdoor games. Play with them. Cook for them. Do something you can do for them that they will always remember you. Sometimes, as professionals like us, that time is not always there. But my dear, I tell you something, you have to create the kind of future you want. If you don't create the future, I tell you one thing, it's a problem. It is a problem. So create the future that you want, spend more time, because we that are pharmacists, even some medical doctors and nurses, it looks like we went to school to study and just to take care of other people, which is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But we need to also have time for ourselves and our family. Ability to balance this is the key. And that is where the digital business comes. It's a business that doesn't take much of your time. 2 to 3 hours a day, you're good to go. You'll be able to build over time a legacy that you will look back and thank yourself. Remember, if you don't make a new move, you cannot make a new mark. If you don't pay the price now, you will not be able to eat the rice. I thank you so much, and may the peace of the Lord be with you. My regards to your family. You stay blessed. Have a good one. Thank you so much, and bye. Bye.